How's it going, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you how to create these really beautiful and captivating yet easy dreamy effects right in Premiere Pro. Whether you're working on a romantic montage, a fantasy sequence, or infusing a taste of nostalgia into your videos, this tutorial will help you get that professional dreamy look that you often see in the big feature films. And the best part is, you don't even need After Effects for this. Everything can be done right within Premiere Pro. Let's dive right in. Okay guys, so the usual method of doing all this would be to bring your clip into the timeline, duplicate it, then search for the Luma key effect in the effects tab, then drag it into the duplicate layer. Next, you'd maybe disable the original clip and then increase the Luma clip threshold until all the dark parts of the video are cut out and then only the brightest parts are remaining. Now maybe search for the Gaussian blur effect and drag that onto the duplicate layer as well and set the blur amount to about 150 to 200. Next, we can turn the original clip back on and then set the duplicate layer's blend mode to screen. And that's it. You can even play around with the Luma threshold and the blur amount to suit your needs. Honestly though, this doesn't really look great, especially on darker videos. But guys, what if I told you that there was a much better and even easier way of achieving a professional dreamy look? Well, guess what? There is, because you can actually use our ePrism Mogart pack along with this Light Leaks pack to get a much better and filmy look than just using Luma key and Gaussian blur. For the first effect, first import the ePrism Mogart pack by dragging the Mogarts into the Essential Graphics panel. You can download this ePrism Mogart pack in the description below. Then drag the effect of your choice and drag it on the timeline. In my case, I'm using the Nostalgia Mist filter, which is specifically designed for that signature dreamy and nostalgic look. Next, click on the Mogart layer and the footage placeholder will appear in the Essential Graphics panel. Then drag your video onto the placeholder. Now you can key out the darker areas using the slider below, depending on what kind of look that you're looking for. You can also change the mist strength and the opacity to enhance the look even further. Now to give it more authenticity, you can add these really nice and soft light leaks, which complement the glowy, dreamy look perfectly. The reason why this works is because our dreams are often imperfect and have a lot of glare, and these light leaks help us get that exact same look. So I'll drag the opal glare and the orange glare into Premiere Pro to import them and place them on top of our clip. And then I'm going to set the blending mode to screen and then lower the opacity to about 80%. Additionally, you can also add an adjustment layer and add a Gaussian blur to it, then increase the blur radius and set the blending mode of the adjustment layer to screen if you want to make the video even softer. So here's a before and after. And check out this other example. Okay, now for effect 2. Just like the previous one, drag an ePrism Mogart onto the timeline. This time I'm using one called the Split Diopter filter, and this one's really cool. Again, drag the video into the footage placeholder, then go down and set the blur opacity to about 70%. Next, bring down the blur amount to 75% and then increase the blur region feather. I'm going to move the blur region over to her hair to give it a soft, nostalgic vibe. Then I'll bring a light flare clip from our Light Leaks pack and place it on top of our clip and set its blending mode to screen. Now, if you notice, the glare is blue in color, which doesn't quite match up with our clip. So I'm going to add a little tint effect to it and map the whites to orange. Again, just like the previous one, if you want an even softer look, you can always add an adjustment layer with the Gaussian blur on it. Here's the before and here's the after. Thanks so much, guys.